Join me right now is a man that is fighting for the title on March 20th, Eternal MMA 58. Dan Hill. Thank you, Dan, for the time, man. How you living?
Yeah, good, man. Just down here at Nitro, training a few clients, and yeah, just relaxing now for our next one.
All right, let's begin with Nitro, man. I know you're out there training hard on your boxing, Nitro boxing, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
Am I
no,
correct? All right, boxing. And I know you got a guy, Isaac Hardman. How much
the head's,
training are you doing with him, man?
he said to say hello, actually,
All
just
right,
then.
yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, no, I'm doing like plenty of rounds with Isaac. You know, we probably get like 10 rounds a week, 10, 15 maybe. That's pushing it, but yeah, quite a few, so it's good.
Yeah, it's great to have someone like that, you know what I mean, next to you, training with you, sparring with you. I think like he's one of the next breakout stars for boxing, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's very skillful, you know, keeps everyone on their toes, and his mentality in the gym, you know, it brushes off on everyone else. Like he's really mentally tough, you know.
Definitely. Well, let's turn it back, man. 2016, right? You turn pro. You compete every year. And then there's a huge gap between 2018 and 2020. I want to know what was going on in that time.
Oh, you know, I was training. I was always training, and I knew that I always wanted to keep fighting. I sort of didn't. I hadn't found it like a proper gym, and a proper home. Like I'd always travel to Brisbane because I was an hour drive from Brisbane, so I was on the Sunshine Coast. So I didn't really have a proper gym down there, so I was always, you know, just doing a little bit here, a little bit there. I never really had a proper home until I just moved to Brisbane and working under Nitro now, so I'm here full time. And then obviously I go over to Integrated now too, so yeah, that's why I had such a long gap. You know, I didn't have a proper gym, and I was just young, and yeah, not on the right path, I'd say.
Oh, so it's like life kind of, took over a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I was always training, but I was doing a lot of partying too, and like, you know, just a little bit lost, I would say. But so I'm back on track now, and it's looking good.
For sure. Sometimes you need to get that, when you're young, you need to get it out of the way, right? Because you have something you want to focus on in your life.
Oh, of course, you know, I'm really focused now, especially, you know, my last fight, and I've got this fight coming up, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, let's talk about your last fight against Dave Martinez, the former champ. A dominant win. The first round, a little dicey, but the rest of the fight, you did really well. Break down the performance and, what you thought about returning after such a long layoff.
Yeah, you know, I was felt good in that fight. I didn't have any ring muscle, I'd say. Like, I was a little nervous, but I've made a few mistakes in the first. You know, he got me with that leg trip a couple of times, and he was pretty strong, but, you know, my conditioning, and I'm pretty good at getting back to my feet. And I started getting going, you know, in round 2 and round 3, my striking come out. I think he got a bit tired, I broke his will a bit, and then he tried to shoot in, and then once I'm on top, I got really good top pressure and used my ground and pound. Yeah.
You said you didn't really have the rust, you know what I mean? But were the nerves there? Because you haven't competed in so long.
Yeah, the nerves were definitely there. It was like, you know, it was a big fight for me. I just moved to Brisbane, and I was training with Nitro. And like I left my life on the Sunshine Coast, like, which was like a pretty big thing for me. So it was very good to see it like pay off, you know.
Definitely. So after that fight, what did you do? What did you decide? Did they come with the title shot right away and they said, hey, that was great performance against Martinez. We feel like you should, step up and face Togo?
Yeah, well, Adrian, he's my manager too, obviously, and coach. So he was in talks with Cam, and he obviously set that up. You know, there was talks of me fighting Josh, like, even before that, to fight with Dave. But it was good to get that fight with Dave out of the way, and then just prove that, you know, I'm definitely up there. So yeah, Adrian's the man behind the scenes. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Adrian, integrated. You have a combination of integrated Nitro. Is that the perfect fit for you, or do you have other places that you go train?
No, it's definitely just Nitro and integrated. You know, I work in Nitro, and I coach and teach boxing, and we do a lot of boxing training. So it's good to finally brush up on my striking a bit more, and then I go up to integrated 4 times a week, and do my rounds up there and my wrestling. So it fits perfect.
What's the team look like for boxing? Who are your close, sparring partners that are helping you get ready for the fight, and also at Integrated?
So it's Isaac Dave Chan, which he's an amateur guy, but he's had about 9 or 10 fights, so he's very handy actually. And then there's Jerry, he's a bit of a heavyweight, but he moves pretty well. And then there's Blake, who's another young amateur. So everyone here in Nitro is very sharp hands. So then I've got at Integrate, I've got Adrian, I've got Trevor, I've got heaps of boys up there. I can't even think of them, but there's 5 or 6 lightweights up there for me to train with. So everyone's pretty sharp up there at Integrated. They've all got one thing on their mind, like they just want to train and win. So it's good.
All right, let's talk about the champ that's holding the belt right now, the one that you want to defeat and take his title, Josh Togo. He's been pretty phenomenal in his last couple of fights. What is your assessment of his skill set?
Yeah, he's a class operator, eh? Like, he's got very good kickboxing, like good straight left, like good, nice high kick with his southpaw stance. He's southpaw, so it's another test just being in that stance. But I'm looking forward to showcasing my striking a little bit more, after working at Nitro and boxing a lot more. But yeah, full respect to Josh, and he's a champ for a reason, and hopefully he brings his A game, because I'm coming for a tough fight.
When you enter a fight, do you have the mentality that you're the underdog, or do you go in there with the full confidence that you're the favorite and losing is not an option?
I always believe in myself. I'm going to win. You've got it. But there's always that doubt in your mind. Every fighter has it. But I wouldn't say I'm the underdog. I know that I'm very skilled, and that I just have to perform on the night. I'm gonna do well, because I know what level I'm at. So it's definitely up there.
For this training camp, has there been any obstacles for you? Has there been any, like, the restrictions? Has it hindered you any?
No, so down here in Australia, in Brisbane, it's all the same. There's no really COVID down here where I am, so everything's sort of going to plan. Full training, no restrictions, so that's good.
So how do you said you go to Integrated 3 to 4 times a week, and then you're at Nitro most of the other times. Working and having a training camp, how are you balancing that out? Is it tough?
Yeah, like, it's not too bad. You hold pads for people, and you take them through, like, conditioning and stuff. Like, you do a lot of clients in the morning, and then we train at, like, after that about 10 a.m. And I usually have the middle of the day, I can even have a little nap and stuff. And then I do a few in the afternoon, and then I go to training at night, or at Integrated, and then obviously I just get a session in at night time here at Nitro sometimes as well. So yeah, it's not too bad. I don't mind it. So
in this fight against Togo, how do you see yourself winning? How do you envision yourself finishing the fight?
I see him slowing down with my pace. I've got a very good pace. I'm durable as, so I feel like we're gonna go a few hard rounds. Round 1 and 2, and then we're gonna see who starts to fade. And I can see it going the whole way sometimes. But if I get him down, or he starts to gas out, then I've got a very good conditioning, so I can push the pace. So that's how I see it going. Just someone's wheel is going to break, that's what's going to happen.
All right, well, March 20th, man, Eternal MMA 58, lightweight title is on the line, Gold Coast, available on UFC Fight Pass. So if anybody's watching this interview, you could go on there and watch Dan Hill put on the show. Thank you so much, Dan, for the time, man. Appreciate it a lot.
Love me, man. See you later.